What's up, y'all, and welcome to Second and 15, a Philadelphia Eagles fan podcast presented by Old City Sports Network, the best network for all your Philadelphia sports needs. This is your host, Michael Roscoe. The complete 2025 NFL season schedule has been released. In this week's short episode, we're going to let you know the entire 18-week regular season games for the Philadelphia Eagles, as well as break down our top 5 favorite matchups. Without wasting any more time, let's dive right into the episode. So, as I said, the 2025 NFL season schedule for all 272 games was revealed Wednesday night. Now, leading up to it, we've had some leaks like the Eagles game playing in the opening kickoff game to their Black Friday matchup. We're going to let you know who plays the Eagles when and where week by week. Starting with week 1, it is the NFL kickoff game versus the Dallas Cowboys at the Link. Thursday, September 4th at 8:20 p.m. and it will be on NBC. Week 2 will be away at the Kansas City Chiefs Sunday, September 14th at 4:25 p.m. and that will air on Fox. Week 3, the Eagles will host the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday, September 21st at 1 p.m., also airing on Fox. Week 4, yet again, we go to Tampa to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Sunday, September 28th at 1 p.m. on Fox. In week 5, we play the Denver Broncos back at the Link, Sunday, October 5th at 1 p.m. airing on Fox. Week 6, we play at East Rutherford as we go to play the New York Giants, Thursday, October 9th at 8:15 on Prime Video. In week 7, we head on over to Minnesota to play the Vikings, Sunday, October 19th at 1 p.m. on Fox. In week 8, we face the Giants yet again, this time at home on Sunday, October 26th at 1 p.m. airing on Fox. In week 9, we get our bye week, a true smack in the middle of a scheduled bye week. Week 10, we get a rematch of last year's week 1 Brazil game as we head on over to Green Bay to face the Packers on another primetime game, Monday, November 10th at 8:15 p.m. on ESPN and ABC. Week 11, we host the Detroit Lions on Sunday, November 16th at 8:20 p.m. on NBC. We got back-to-back primetime games, y'all. Week 12, we face the Dallas Cowboys again, this time down in Arlington, on Sunday, November 23rd at 4:25 p.m., airing on Fox. Week 13, we get another primetime game, this time a Black Friday game, facing the Chicago Bears at home on Friday, November 28th at 3 p.m., also on Prime Video. Week 14, we head on over to the City of Angels as we go to Los Angeles to play the Chargers on Monday, December 8th at 8:15 p.m. Another primetime game, this time on ESPN and ABC. Week 15, we play the Las Vegas Raiders at home on Sunday, December 14th at 1 p.m. on Fox. Week 16, we will play the Washington Commanders in Maryland. The time and date is to be determined. Week 17, we head on over to Buffalo, New York to face the Bills Sunday, December 28th at 4:25 p.m. And we end the season with another divisional game playing the Washington Commanders at the Link. Date and time also to be determined. Okay, so my initial thought of the overall schedule, there's a couple of them. First, this is a tough schedule, y'all. We have the 4th hardest schedule in the league, and 9 of the 17 games are against teams that made it to the playoffs just last year. However, as the season goes on, that strength of schedule can become very subjective to the team performance. For example, when we played New Orleans in week 3 last year, they were like, one of the top teams going into week 3. They looked unstoppable, especially after smacking the shit out of Dallas. However, as the season went on, the Saints fell off the wagon really fucking hard. So, I imagine that the strength of schedule could change as the season goes on this year, but from the initial look, this is a tough fucking schedule. We do get a week 9 bye week, which is right smack in the middle, like I said, so it's a great time for evaluation, recovery, whatever the team needs. Second, I'm kind of surprised that we have no international games. Now, I know we played Brazil last year, but with the Eagles' popularity, I'm kind of surprised they're not sending the birds abroad. Although, staying in the US does allow us to avoid any jet lag and any difficulties that arise from international games, so I would say that's a plus for the birds. And third, We got a lot of primetime games, y'all. We got a 3 o'clock Black Friday game, two Thursday night football games, two Monday night football games, multiple back-to-back primetime games. Well, damn, they might as well make us on a fucking Wednesday game at this point, but I digress. To an extent, I can understand why we have so many primetime games. It's all business. Despite what many people say about the Eagles, especially Eagles fans, the Birds are currently one of the most popular, hottest teams in the league with a greatly expanding global fandom full of very likable players and incredible talent. I imagine after last season, the Birds gained a ton of bandwagon fans, which of course, the more fans a team gets, the more money the league looks to get in the form of tickets, merch, events, marketing, whatever the case. So, a popular team is going to get a lot of those primetime games. All right, before we go over our top game choices, I'm going to tell you my two least favorite games and why. The first of the two is the Week 4 game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I got a few questions. Why the fuck do we always play the Bucs? Why is it always in the beginning of the season? And why is it most of the time in Tampa? Like, we're not a divisional team. There's like no historical non-division rivalry like we've kind of established with the 49ers. Why the fuck are we always playing this goddamn team? We played them 5 times over the past 4 seasons, playing them in each season except the 2022 season since 2021. Now, granted, 2 of those times we were playing in playoff games, but still, 4 of those 5 matchups have been in Tampa. It's kind of an unfair advantage if you think of it. For some fucking reason, this team is our kryptonite. They beat us down last year. They mollywopped us in 2 wildcard games. It's fucking ridiculous. We cannot beat this team for whatever reason. It's not even all Baker Mayfield. It's just the team. It's Todd Bowles. They did it when they had Tom Brady. We cannot seem to beat them. After this season, I don't want to see us playing Tampa for like 3 or 4 years straight, at the very minimum. And the second of the least favorite games is the Week 16 game versus the Commanders. Now, there's nothing like unique or specific about this. I just don't like it because it's in Week 16 this year, and last year we lost to the Commanders in Week 16. Just seems like another trap scenario. All right, now to wrap things up, I'm going to go over, in no particular order, my top 5 favorite matchups. And these favorites are kind of aligned with the game scenarios, such as revenge games, how good each team is, when the games occur, shit like that. So, let's dive right into it. The first of the 5 favorites is the kickoff game versus the Cowboys. Now, with all the talk about the Eagles just dominating this game, this could turn into a trap game. Now, I'm confident in the Eagles, but there's always that damn announcer jinx that just fucks with people and games and all that shit. Regardless of the outcome, I think the biggest thing that Eagles fans are looking forward to is when they drape the 2024 Super Bowl champions banner at the link in front of the entire Dallas Cowboys team and any brave Dallas fan that happens to be there that night. Every damn year, Cowboys fans chant, "This is our year," and "How about them Cowboys?" with delusional ass opinions that their team is still America's team, like they're continuously reliving in the 90s. They always love to bring up how they have 5 Super Bowl rings, yet their last win was before our Super Bowl winning quarterback was even born. Against one of our most hated teams, it'll be sweet as fuck to drape that banner in front of them, especially with all the shit they talked last season. Plus, if we go out in Week 1 and beat the Cowboys, hopefully it'll shut up these delusional Dak owns Jalen cappers. The second of the 5 favorites will be the Week 3 game versus Los Angeles Rams. Now, a revenge scenario situation for the Rams to try, keyword, try, to get the revenge, but also a chance for the Eagles to show the Ram who's fucking boss between these two. If we beat them again after beating them twice last year, I think it'll boost up the Eagles even more because it is very hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. Now, granted, it won't be the same season, but it's damn near close. The Eagles have done it before, and I'm sure they can do it again. The third favorite game will be that Week 17 matchup versus the Buffalo Bills. The last time these two played, damn, that was an epic matchup that came down to the wire in overtime while the Eagles were rocking the sweet-ass Kelly green jerseys. Both of these teams are powerhouses with a large, loyal, and kind of crazy fan base. I gotta imagine this will be another epic showdown for a late season matchup. The fourth favorite will be the Week 11 game versus the Detroit Lions. Now, I gotta say unbiasedly, the Lions have been getting really fucking good, and I really rock with their fan base. The Lions fans that I've interacted with, I've been like, damn, I fuck with y'all. And they're like, we fuck with y'all too. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Lions and Eagles fans are kind of the same in some ways and get along in this weird symbiotic relationship. Again, another scenario, got two powerhouse teams with huge fan bases, and both of these teams are pretty likable, so I can't wait to see how this will go down. And the last of the favorite games will be the Week 2 matchup versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, even though it's not a primetime game, it's another revenge type of game scenario. It's a regular season game, but you have the winners of the last two Super Bowls playing against each other, with both teams having beat each other one time apiece. I expect this game to be very popular, sell out quickly, and for the Eagles be a kind of tough matchup, especially since we're going into Arrowhead, and Chiefs fans sure do show up for their team. All right, y'all, that is it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for joining in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or follow on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok by searching at Second and 15 or by the full name Second and 15, a Philadelphia Eagles fan podcast. You can find the audio for each and every single episode releasing Thursday mornings on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Player FM, or wherever you get your podcasts, with the video uploading on YouTube later that same day. This episode, Second and 15, and Old City Sports Network are sponsored by Warlord Beard Oil. Head on over to warlordbeardoil.com and use our promo code OLDSPORTS for 15% off your oils, washes, and many other products. We're also brought to you by SeatGeek. Download the app and use promo code Old City Sports Network for $20 off of your first purchase. We're also sponsored by Robert Hangholt Construction. If you are in the greater Philadelphia region and need some work done on your next house project, call the #1 contractor in the area at 610-348-1066 to get a free estimate today. We're also brought to you by Decals by Aaron. Check out decalsbyaaron.com for all your Delco products and merchandise. Your #1 spot for everything Delco, that's Decals by Aaron. We're also brought to you by Iron and Steel Threads. Check out ironsteelthreads.com. Use promo code OldCity10 for 10% off the entire website, with a portion of the proceeds going to youth hockey organizations. We got Uncle John's Barbecue Stand, located in Claymont, Delaware. Check them out today for some local delicious barbecue and sauces only at Uncle John's Barbecue Stand. And finally, we have Custom Concessions. If you're in the market for repairs to your food truck or trailer, or you're just getting into the food truck business and need reliable service, check out none other than Custom Concessions. They use high quality materials and provide high quality service. Use the sponsors tab on oldcitysports.com to check them out today. And while you're there, don't forget to check out that merchandise tab to get some awesome gear from Second and 15. Once again, thanks y'all for joining in. This is Second and 15, a Philadelphia Eagles fan podcast presented by Old City Sports Network. We'll see y'all next week. Don't forget to say fly like an eagle, and as always, go birds.